Hey guys, it's Silver's the Beast back here to talk to you about this amazing holiday helmet. No, I'm just kidding. What I really want to talk to you about is Infinity Blade 3. So as most of you know, Infinity Blade Dungeons is going to be the next installment in Epic's Infinity Blade franchise. Instead of being developed by Chair, who developed the first and second Infinity Blade games, it will be developed by Impossible Studios. But after Infinity Blade Dungeons, I think they'll hand the reins back to Chair, and so they can pick up where they left off in the story and in the game with Infinity Blade 3. So what I really want to talk about is my wish list, or what I hope they include in Infinity Blade 3. So first is player versus player multiplayer. Infinity Blade 1 had some great multiplayer, but it did have a lot of connection issues. People were frequently getting disconnected, and I still do get disconnected the few times that I do play it. But I think that's why they put Clash Mobs in Infinity Blade 2, is because they couldn't work out the connection issues. So that was like, Clash Mobs was like their multiplayer thing for Infinity Blade 2. And that's why they didn't include player versus player multiplayer. But in hope Infinity Blade 3, they'll have a lot of time to work on it since they get a break while Dungeons comes out and releases and people play that. They get a lot more time to develop the game. So hopefully they can work out the connection issues and deliver a great multiplayer experience for Infinity Blade 3. Some things I hope to have in this were the multiple weapon styles, dual, heavy, light, maybe a new weapon style that they introduce in Infinity Blade 3. Gems would be cool to use in this. Also, I don't know if using your character that you have in the game would be fair, as most of you know I'm pretty high level. I just hit 3,000 the other day, and me using a 3,000 level character against some 5 level Titan wouldn't be really fair. So I don't think that we should be able to use our own characters. It'll be like Infinity Blade 1, where you can upgrade your scratch character that they give you and the start of the fight throughout the rounds. I liked that setup. And also, I hope they keep the Titan versus Titan thing, Titan versus Knight stance they had in Infinity Blade 1. I don't think it would work with Knight versus Knight because, I don't know, it would just be a mess. The turn-based system that Infinity Blade 2 has, and Infinity Blade 1 and 2 have, is perfect. And I don't want them to mess that up with just multiplayer. Alright, so that's multiplayer. The next thing I want has to do with graphics. It's varying weather effects and varying night and daytime effects. As you know, it's always daytime when we're right here. It's never anything else. I'd like it if they had that varying. It'd be nice to have nighttime sometimes, or I don't know, rain, snow. Snow would be really cool, I think. Imagine taking down the Worker of Secrets with snow flaring around. I think that would be really cool. Also, season effects. So obviously snow, like I just said, leaves in the fall, spring, summer, etc. I think that maybe they'll use Unreal Engine 4, which Epic has already showed a demo for. Maybe they can use Unreal Engine 4 and incorporate some of those effects. Hopefully with the new A6 chip in the iPhone 5, and hopefully we'll have an A6X chip in the iPhone and the iPad 4. Off on a sidetrack right here. I'm not sure what happened to the iPad mini. I was always skeptical of it, but there seemed to be a lot of proof. But it seems I was right about the iPad mini, as Apple did not issue an invite today, as they were heavily rumored to do so. So that's about the iPad mini, because I was just thinking maybe the iPad mini could play Infinity Blade 3. Maybe it would have a new chip as well. But it looks like the iPad mini is another rumor. We'll have to wait a few days and see. But that's what it looks like right now. So yeah, hopefully the A6 and possibly the A6X chip can power this new Infinity Blade 3 that will have, hopefully will have varying weather effects, night and day, etc. That would be really, really cool to see. Another is different ways to upgrade your character. I know we have attack, health, magic, and shield, but I think it would be cool if we had different like skill trees. Like attack, you could upgrade your attack with heavy, light, or dual, which would make people who use one weapon class make them that much more powerful in that weapon class and really allow you to customize your character. I think that would be really cool. And different different upgrades for magic, because right now magic doesn't really have a use. I mean, I don't use it at all. I know that a lot of people are going to use it too. But, I mean, it's not really that helpful unless you upgrade full, like, all magic and use the Holy Ring, which I don't really want to do. So I know that a lot of people don't use magic just because of that, but I know some people do, so that's good. But it would be nice if we had different upgrade trees for magic, just to make it a little more useful. Also, as I said before when I was talking about multiplayer, maybe we'll introduce a new weapon class. I would like that. Maybe then have the new staff weapon class, like SAB uses. I think that could be very cool. It would have a lot of cool moves. Maybe they could also edit some of the current fighting classes, like for duel. You know, so we have a duck button right here that I just pressed. Maybe we could have a jump button too for low sideways attacks that neither of these three dodge buttons could dodge, so we'd have to jump over the attacks. For light, I don't know what they could do for light. It's kind of like the classic Infinity Blade setup. Heavy, they could certainly improve upon. Heavy is by far the least favored weapon class of most Infinity Blade 2 players, as it's slow and, in my opinion, feels very clunky. So most people tend to use dual, including me. Maybe they could make heavy just a little more fun to use, I guess. I don't know. It's just boring for me, and I can't stand using them. That's why I don't go up to the Sky Cage as much, because there's a fight that makes you use heavy. But I don't know. Yeah, yeah, I hope they can improve heavy and add a staff weapon class to be very cool. Also, I saw this cool suggestion on the forums today that had like this Zero Mech suit. If you don't know who Zero Mech is, he's the final, or not really final boss. He's one of the bosses in Infinity Blade 1. When you kill him, a guy comes out of him, you fight him, etc. I'm not gonna go into that in detail, but anyway, somebody was suggesting that we could wear this big Zero Mech suit and it'd be like a second life where the Titan hits you until you're dead, until the Zero Mech suit health is dead, and it shows a cutscene of you hopping out of the Zero Mech suit and then continuing the fight. I think that could be pretty cool, but it'd have to have some drawbacks like slower movement, but it would have some cool upgrades as well. As I said before, double life, more attack, but it would have to make you slower, and as a result it'd have to become like heavy, where you can't dodge. I think that could be really cool. It could be a really cool improvement, or that people would like to use. Not sure if I would use it. I don't think I can live without dodging, but that would be very cool, and I think a lot of people would like that. Alright, so let's synthesize this real quick. We got multiplayer with the new weapon class, etc., fix the connection issues. Then we got graphics, varying weather effects, etc., night and day, and then we got, what else do we have? Oh yeah, the weapon classes, adding a new weapon class, staff, and also editing the existing weapon classes, except for light. I don't know if I'd like if they edit light, because that's kind of like the classic Infinity Blade 1 setup. But yeah, so multiplayer, graphics, although the graphics in this game are amazing, maybe they can push them even further with the A6/A6X. And of course, weapon styles. Alright, so that's about it. I'm sure there are a couple more that I'd like, a couple more small features, but those are the main things that I would like added. I'm sure they have great ideas going right now, and they're already in development of it. So, oh yeah, there's one more thing I want to talk about. Its release date. Infinity Blade Dungeons is coming out almost definitely before the year ends. So, We can't really be sure when exactly, but it'll probably come out before Christmas. Maybe in the beginning of December. I hope not that late, because I kind of want to play it for the story. But it does look cool, and I hope it comes out before the end of the year, which it almost definitely will. But after that, I don't know how long it'll last. I don't think it'll last as long as Infinity Blade 1 and 2 did, because those were such unique games. There's quite a few games like Infinity Blade Dungeons, called Dungeon Crawlers, Diablo, some other ones like that. But Infinity Blade 1 and 2 didn't really have any other games like them. That's why they were so popular. And they lasted so long in terms of sales. I'm not sure Infinity Blade Dungeons will last that long. So maybe Infinity Blade 3 will come out during the summer of 2013. I don't know. Maybe even it'll go all the way to December of 2013. I really hope that doesn't happen though, because I don't know I can wait that long for an Infinity Blade 3. But if they need to take their time, I'm sure they will. I know that they are taking more time with this game than they did in the past. But, so that's all I've got to say about this. Those are my features that I wish added. I'm sure they have some great ideas that I'll absolutely love. But those are the main features I want added. So that's about it, guys. Thanks. I'm SAB, and I'm out.